Hello everybody, Bitstream here, bringing you another quick update video for Profit Trailer, the automatic cryptocurrency trading bot. And I wanted to bring to everybody's attention something that I know people in the Discord chat been pulling their hair out over, and you probably have too if you're new to this bot. And I know you have seen in the pairs log and the pairs log and the possible buy log, where your pair will go true trailing and the bot has picked it up on its radar. It's ready to buy it. It's just sitting there stalking it, ready, watching it go down, go down, go down. And then all of a sudden your true trailing just goes away and it turns red again to false, and it does not make the purchase. And then the same thing happens in your pairs log, where you're trying to sell something and you see it goes over your set sale price and it's just trailing it, and then all of a sudden it goes away and it doesn't sell, and the coin drops again. So this kind of tripped me up for a little while too, so I decided to do a little research and figure out why, because originally I had just chalked it up to the spread on the bid ask being too wide or something like that, or it just jumped over my price, but that's actually not the case. And we'll go into the wiki and see exactly what I'm talking about as to why the way I thought about it was wrong, and probably the way that you're thinking about it is incorrect too. So let's go over here to the wiki, and we can see this particular paragraph in the frequently asked questions. How does trailing profit work? What I think is important out of this entire paragraph is this portion right here. So if we read it, you can see if you have a sell value of 2%, the bot will not sell anymore when it reaches 2%, because we have to give it a 0.5% breathing room, because right above here you see that you have a 0.5% trail. So if the price goes to 2.3%, then what that does is the bot marks down the fact that it got to 2.3%, but it's not going to sell it even if it retraces down, because it has not gone that extra 0.5%. So essentially the takeaway here, even if you have your sell value at 2%, and that's where you want to sell your coins at, and you have a 0.5% trail, your coin has to go up 2.5% before your bot is going to sell it. Not 2%, but 2.5%. So you have to add your sell value and your trailing value together so you can see where the bot is going to sell at, or consider selling at. Okay, what I thought was that this 2% here, you would just subtract the 0.5% from it, and that's where it would sell. That is not the case, and if you continue to read, it illustrates exactly that. So let me give you a real life example. So this is an actual trade I did earlier today. This is in Neo. So you can see our bot picked up our trade right here, and it went down, and then it didn't get out of the trade till around this area. Now what I was thinking would happen is, it would peak above my 1% sell value, and then it would trail down and then go ahead and sell. That's not the case at all. I put this white box here right above that to see where the coin actually had to get to in order for the bot to actually sell it. So it would have to get at or above the top of this box, which it did, and then trail down back to the top of the green box for it to sell. Okay, so that's exactly what happened in this trade. What I thought before, again, was that it would get to the top of the green box and trail down before it sells. No, it has to get even higher than that. It has a higher standard. So you have to add your trailing amount plus your sell value, and the same thing for buys. You have to add your trailing value to your buy value to get where the bot is actually going to make the trade. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to lock in, obviously, 1%. It's just going to put in a trade at 1% at whatever the bid price is. Okay, so if that bid price puts your profit below 1%, then that's what you're going to get. But it's not going to execute the trade until it gets to the bottom of the trail, and it's not going to actually consider selling it until it gets to the top of the trail. Okay, so I wanted to go through that with everybody because I had a misunderstanding about that. And if you look at my pairs log, I was, not my dust log, my pairs log, my configuration, excuse me. Let me get into my pairs file. And I actually made an adjustment to account for this. So now where I did have a buy value of -1%, I've actually dropped that by the amount of my trail so that I can get a total buy value of -1%. And I'm going to risk that 0.2% for trailing, hoping that I can get some more downstroke on that. So if you want a buy value of -1%, you have to subtract whatever your trail is from that to actually get an effective buy value at 1%, -1%. Okay, and the same thing for my sell value. I used to have this at 0.8, but I had to account for my trail and subtract that from where I really want to exit the coin. Have to subtract that from my sell value to execute it at a 0.8 profit. Okay, so I might get 0.6 and I might get 2.6. Okay, but that's where the worst case scenario is going to execute a trade, and I might get 0.55 or whatever it is. But that's how that works. I wanted to clear that up for everybody because I know there's a lot of confusion about why is my bot not selling when I think it should sell. It's trailing, but it's not executing. That's why. Okay. So that's all I wanted to say in this video. Thank you for sticking with me. If you like the content here, please like, share, subscribe, comment below, and help grow the channel. Appreciate everybody, and Bitstream out.